Yo, is technology crazy? I mean, think about it. We have different kind of tech: fintech, edtech, prop tech, martech. Just name them. The list keep going on and on. But there's this particular kind of tech that is just lying down under the hood, waiting like a time bomb for when the time is right so that it can explode. Brain tech. Take a look.
Neuralink starts with a surgeon drilling a hole in your head about the size of a coin. Then a robotic arm carefully inserts the ultra-thin, flexible threads into your brain. These threads are finer than a strand of hair and are equipped with electrodes that directly interact with the cells in your brain. This implant is capable of interpreting your thoughts and applying them to real-life action.
It's crazy, right? I think these guys are genius. Anyways, there are lots of company doing it, but let's even talk about that of Elon Musk, Neuralink. In 2024, they were able to successfully implant that chip into someone's brain, and the person can actually just think to control computer system. I go lie for you. Watch for yourself.
Podcast exclusive. Nolan Darbaugh, the first human implanted with a Neuralink chip in his brain, is telling his story.
I accepted that I was paralyzed and that was my life. I always held out hope that it would all get better.
At 22 years old, Nolan says he dove headfirst in waist-deep water, struck something, and sustained a spinal cord injury. He couldn't move from the shoulders down.
From the time of your injury until earlier this year, what was your daily life like?
I mean, one thing about being paralyzed is that there's a lot of time to sit and think. And so I thought through basically my whole life and realized all the mistakes I'd made and what I could do better.
Then, just last year, Nolan, now 30, receiving a life-changing opportunity.
One day, one of my buddies from college called me up. We talked pretty regularly, and he was like, hey, Neuralink, they opened up the human trials. And I said, what's Neuralink?
Neuralink, co-founded by Elon Musk, is an experimental implantable brain-computer interface, or BCI, a chip surgically implanted by a robot and connected by threads to a patient's brain that allows the patient to control a computer or smartphone with their mind.
This is all from there to there.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Neuralink is not the only company working on this technology. Several others are also testing their BCIs in paralyzed volunteers. Nolan now joins that small group as Neuralink's first patient.
I was just very happy that I would be a part of something that I believe is so monumental and this next step forward of helping people with paralysis.
What can you do now with the chip implanted that you could not do prior?
I can control a computer just like anyone else can, which is not something I was able to do beforehand.
You just played some music?
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
You still think it's a joke? Recently, China has been able to do this same thing for three other people at a go. In fact, one of them was able to speak through this chip just by thinking. The entire system is called the Brain Computer Interface System, and China is not joking about it. In fact, let's see what a professor of neuroscience in Georgetown University said about China regarding this.
China has definitely shown the ability to not just catch up, but also then be competitive, and now actually to start also to drive the field in some areas.
I think it's making sense now, right? Okay, let's talk about the two main chips that are present, like at least the one we know in the world now. The very first one is that of Elon Musk, and he calls it telepathy, right? Now, the second one is that of China, and they called it Beina One. I don't know, but I think the name is somewhere in the screen. Beina One. And they are hugely, strongly focused on making the second one, which is going to be Beina Two. And that one is going to be super, super crazy. So, what is it that is really going on in tech? Are we trying to build another human or another cyborg or whatsoever? I don't know. This is where we are going to be wrapping it up today. Well, I don't know what these guys are using to build all of these things that they are putting in human beings' brain. But me, I'm only doing Flutter and a bit of machine learning. The guy holding this camera is in JavaScript and a bit of Node.js. And we are still battling it, that one, and these guys are good. In fact, just subscribe. We'll find out what they are doing and come and tell you later. Thank you.